So right now I'm walking into a Mennonite retail store. They have all kinds of nursery items. They have fruit trees, and then they also have produce. I came in here thinking I might get some bulk green beans. The corn is now over with, but green beans is kind of the thing. However, I didn't find any. I did find purple hulls and some kind of other. So while I was at the Mennonite store, I did pick up some nectarines. Richard likes to eat those. I got some, these are sugar bee apples. So I got 4 of those and some cucumbers. Now I'm out in my garden. I'm gonna pick up some bell peppers. I'm gonna pull some carrots, and I've got some onion. You know, if you're enjoying these, please like and subscribe and leave us any comments. It does help the channel grow and lets me know what you guys are interested in. Then I did pick up 2 huge cabbages. Now these are organic cabbage, so you always need to understand that when you buy stuff that's organic, there is some biting in it. These were 69 cents a pound, and these are huge cabbages. Then I went out to my garden and I picked my own peppers, some banana peppers and some carrots. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make some coleslaw. I'm going to can coleslaw, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Now once you get this open, you can look in and see that there's still stuff in there, even though I did try to wash it out. You want to take that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna core up these 2 huge cabbages. Then I'll show you what I'm gonna do next. And if you don't have a food processor, or if you are slicing like I am, and then you get to a certain point to where it's just too dangerous to knock out, then you can come along and just do a quick slicing chops to get the rest of this done. Okay, those 2 cabbages made. This is a basting pan, and it is full. So we're going to now cut up some carrots and put on top. Got the banana peppers cut up in here. I do have a little bit of carrots. I've got to go get some more. The next step you want to do is add some salt. You put 1 tablespoon of salt per head. These are 5-pound heads, so I'm going to put a little extra, but you want to start sweating the cabbage. Depending on how much onion you want, I like onion in mine, so I went with a purple onion, a sweet purple onion. We'll chop it up and then add it into my coleslaw for color. Okay, so now I have the onions, carrots, cabbage, some sweet peppers and stuff thrown in here. It is salted, and I'm going to cover it up. I did use, by the way, some purple onion for coloring. We'll see. Hopefully it won't take the purple color too much, but I did put that in there for extra coloring. And I'm going to let this set until this afternoon. I'm going to go ahead and we'll start supper, and then after supper then we will work on this. So now I'm going to take the distilled white vinegar. You want 5% acid, and I'm going to take 3 cups of vinegar, and then I'm going to add 2 cups of water, and I'm going to just start boiling it. Now you want to go ahead and add sugar to this, and you want to boil it so that it dissolves the sugar, and you're just making a brine to cover all of the coleslaw when you start the canning process. So 2 cups. Of course, I didn't get 2 whole solid cups, so I'm having to do like, looks like 3 scoops, but it's only 2 cups worth. Now that it has set for several hours, the cabbage has had time to sweat. There is water at the bottom of this, so I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to drain some of this off. I'm just gonna put it in a colander and let it drip anything that might be left before I start canning it. The reason why we do this is you want to get as much of the salt water out of there, because you do not want to dilute the brine that you're going to put on, which is a vinegar brine. So I'm pulling this out, and you may be able to see down in here there is some water on it. Now you want to go ahead and get everything ready. Make sure your jars are good and clean, which mine are. I've actually had these jars boiling inside of the pot, and I also have the brine that is steaming hot. So you want to hot pack this. The cabbage is not hot, but the brine is and the jars are. So we're going to stack this in here. We're going to make sure you have to actually push down and get most of that in there. Otherwise, you have a lot of airspace. So not pound it, but you want to pack it decently tightly. And just fill the jars up to, you want to make sure you have enough space in there that you can get brine in there and still have an inch head space on here.
She has been part of the willful demolition of our nation's border and laws. So they're trying to rebrand, and they're doing it successfully with the help of the media, at least in the short term, because it's a lifestyle brand or a good personality that people can get behind.
You do want to make sure that all of the cabbage and everything is underneath the brine. So if you've got some that is sticking out, you want to make sure to get it pressed down and then fill the cup back up, or the jar back up, with enough brine that you have that 1 inch head space, which is what I'm getting ready to do now. And I've been canning long enough, I don't measure. And then you want to get in here and debubble it. Make sure you take something to get the bubbles out. Wipe the rim with vinegar to make sure you got, especially that sugar brine. Clean lids. Put the rings on, finger tight. And I have got a mess here. And then put it back in the hot water. Now make sure you kind of work fast on this. You don't want the jars to get extremely cooled off as you're packing. So you do have to move fairly quickly while you're doing all this. You do not want your jars to get cold. And then when you put them back in the hot water, it busts them, especially after all the work of shredding all the lettuce and stuff. And then you just keep repeating until you've got it all done. Once the jars are packed, then you want to put them in a water bath, and you want to boil them in a water bath for 15 minutes. So my water is already hot, and I'm just going to bring it to a boil for 15 minutes, and then I will take them out. The 15 minutes is over with, and now I'm just going to take these jars out of the hot water, and I'm going to set them out in a draft-free area and let them cool for 24 hours. All right, next day, next morning, and this is how it turned out looking. So you want to make sure they're all sealed. Take the lids off, and then, or the rings off, and then check the lids. Just pick them up slightly and make sure that they're not coming loose. You can kind of go through and press every one of them. If they're not sealed, they'll pop. But these all sealed, and then the next step you want to do is take these over to the sink, and you want to wash them. I do use soap and water to make sure to wash them, get the sticky off in case there was anything that leaked out of there, especially with this being a sugar vinegar brine. And then you want to let this set for at least I would say a month before you use it, to let the flavors really build up inside there. You can tell that the color changed a little bit, but not a whole lot. And these are going to be very pretty sitting on the shelves. So please like and subscribe, leave any comments. If you got any questions, leave those for me. I do try to get back with everyone with their questions, and if you got suggestions on something you're interested in me doing, I will be happy to do it for you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.